What's up, family? I want my lamp on. All up in the camera. Alright, so we got the mother deck. Let's pull out a few cards. I was looking for my other phone. Updates are done. But I just don't know where it is. Try to have some music playing. So stop making excuses for her. We have someone making excuses for a feminine energy. Taking someone else's side over yours unjustly, as they're making excuses. Obviously, there's something that they're trying to overlook in regards to perhaps another party, third party, or if you're masculine, you're dealing with the feminine energy, you may need to stop making excuses for a feminine energy in your life. Bottom of the deck, we have immature. Let's get the clarifiers out. Yeah, I went out today, of course. Maybe still a little tipsy and a little hoy. It's funny that the card came out because the song that was playing is Get It On Tonight, Montel Jordan, right? He was making excuses to get with another woman. Making excuses for her to still be with her, obviously. Bottom of the deck, we have appreciated, no regrets. That's the first clarifier for immature. Let's go somewhere, get it on tonight. I really wish I could find my other phone. You shouldn't have to be alone tonight. It's 1-on-1 tonight. It says you are allowed to change your mind from yesterday. You are allowed to pivot. Don't settle. Set and change. Okay? So you may be dealing with someone that is immature. And it's time for someone to appreciate you. And perhaps their lack of maturity prevents them from doing just that. Just let go of doubt. It's already yours. So just be more confident in yourself. Main thing for the read, we have the initials K, T, and Y. So you could be dealing with someone with those letters in their name. There may be a word that is sticking out. I'm going to get another card for that. It says planetary influences. Okay. There's no planets that start with either of those letters. What about deities? There's definitely some extraterrestrial influences in regards to this situation. Perhaps, let me get one more. It says you've been taking your power back, now I'm withering. Okay, so the planetary forces could be assisting you in taking your power back, and this person, whomever it is, they are growing weaker and weaker to you. It says ask Shango to protect you. So this person could be becoming obsessed in a way and maybe throwing black magic your way. And it may not be intentionally. It's just thoughts about you, even though their situation may not be what it needs to be to have you included in it. So it's a selfishness of kind of just breadcrumbing, keeping you on the back burner, just to have access to you type energy. And this could be family, friends, lover. It doesn't matter. It's just, relationships. First card to clarify is thank you, next. It's like, no, you're moving on to the next. You're not dealing with this immature energy of you're not fully committing to you. Since the best is yet to come. The good guy fuckboy. So again, this person could have all the right things to say. Energy might be the sweetest person. Everything on paper is good. There's just some things that are lacking. And it's like, they could be lacking in the spiritual aspect of things for you. Again, they can appear as a good guy, but they still, have third party situations. That's the good guy fuckboy. Can't really explain that in a way of, a family member or a friend. Even though, again, this reading still can have multiple meanings. Just this portion of the read is directed to that. And again, Spirit says, thank you, next. Like, no, your breadcrumbs is not enough. It says seemingly very sincere, but have ulterior motives. Not really trying to commit to you. Next card that we're going to clarify is familiar and unknown challenging. Just have faith, let go, trust in the Most High. Like I said, all of this situation may be familiar to you, may be an unknown challenge, but no matter what the challenge is, just have faith that everything is going to be all right. If it's familiar, and it's a challenge, it's bringing up a situation, something that is not in alignment, you may need to let it go. First card to clarify familiar and unknown challenge. We have anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. Anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. Stop giving your energy out at a discounted rate. If they're not going to commit to you, stop giving. They don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve your time. If they're not going to be loyal to you, they don't provide what it is that you need, you need to pull back. It says no matter how rough or tempting, keep the flame of self-worth alive. Don't settle for breadcrumbs. Don't settle for disrespect from family or friends or whatever. It's like they can't just keep treating you like an option, like bullshit. And then we have purging. Okay, you are purging right now, and this may be energy you need to release. You may not need to be intermingling your energy as you are purging, because that can be a very sensitive time, and energies may can jump on on you or whatever. Narc. This person may be a narcissistic, have a narcissistic personality as the good boy. You know what I'm saying? It's the covert narc, the covert narcissist. It's not on Fun Street, closeted narc. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, still a narc. And just because it's not outwardly facing and just in your face, it can bypass detection sometimes, a lot of times, most times. But you just have to be aware and alert to be able to see the signs. Some of them we see and we ignore them because they're not overt. We may be used to the negative treatment, and so it's easier to see. But in the covert, it's hidden. Our first card to clarify, narc, it says solid matter represents frozen sound. So this situation, let's go to the next card. It says block your love life. So that could be the black magic that this person is doing. They're speaking a blockage over your love life, again, to keep you within reach of them, to put you on the shelf and have you available at all times. It says it's not happening to you, but for you. So you need to let this person go. This is coming out directly underneath. Thank you, next. All of this is coming up and happening to you, not to you, but for you. First card to clarify, not happening to you, is in-law. And then we have be patient as your body processes this experience. Okay. Is there 2 cards? There is 2 cards. Refuse to accept accountability. Per the last read, they chose wrong. You know what I'm saying? At any point, if this is a lover situation, they can choose to walk away from a relationship if they know that their heart is somewhere else, that they want to be somewhere else. Maybe, this person offers this person offers that, and if they can combine the two, it would be perfect. But obviously they're not getting everything they need from one person, so they're trying to juggle things. And do you want to be juggled? I don't think you do. So this is not happening to you, but for you to recognize your own self-worth. Remember, anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. Stop giving your energy out at a discounted rate. No matter how rough or tempting, keep the flame of self-worth alive. And purge the situation. It says purging. You're purging that energy of giving your self out at a discounted rate. Breadcrumbs. Anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. Very last card that we're going to clarify today says not into you anymore. Move on. This could be your energy. Once you put those boundaries up, this good guy thug boy may have come in and say, oh well, we're the best of friends, and I'm gonna be there no matter what. And perhaps they did that just so you can let your guards down. But as you put your guards back up, this may be the energy you get. It may be hurtful, may be harmful. This is coming out directly underneath a familiar and unknown or unknown challenge. So this could be an unknown challenge to you. Again, this is a good guy fuck boy. It's not going to be like a big blow up, but it's going to still be a separating, perhaps, of some sort. With the in-law here, like I said, it could be family that, someone that refused to accept accountability. It's not happening to you, but for you. Just be patient as your body processes this experience of maybe a betrayal from a family member, or, you know, people just refusing to see you for who you are, appreciate you, or maybe this has happened in the past. This is what showed you how to just move on. Thank you. Next. Okay. Remember, it says you've taken back your power and now I'm withering. Planetary influences. You have help here to help you overcome whatever this may be. Ask Shango to protect you, because you got people thinking negatively in a way, and that negative way could be, I want to keep my foot on their neck, I want to keep myself entwined in their energy and somehow, so that I can continue to benefit from their energy, their love, their presence. If you really care about someone, and you are a chosen person, someone that vibrates high, you know, very spiritual, that's a covering and a protection for that person, whether they know it or not, whether you know it or not. You know, so people benefit off of your energy, be an energy vampire to you, drain you, and you don't have that to give to yourself. Anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. What's the last sentence on there? It says, no matter how rough or tempting, keep the flame of self-worth alive. First card to clarify, I'm not into you anymore. Move on. We have people finding every reason to make it difficult for you, but you're no victim. Overcome, victorious every time. Okay, so this good God fuckboy could find every reason to, and every chance he may try to make it difficult for you to move on from him, to let him go. But ultimately, it's not going to be what it needs to be. So you need to make sure you keep your boundaries up. We have Archangel Michael, can really assist you in setting up those boundaries and holding firm to them. And we have hurt so much, don't realize how disassociated you are. You know, you've probably been hurt so much by overt narcs that this covert narc, you just kind of desensitized. That's why you need to be aware of things, because it can go undetected. You need to balance and ground your energy. Okay. And remember, thank you. Next. Moving on. So we're just going to get some randos. Definitely got some energy out there trying to block your love life. It says not opposite, but complementary, focus, transforming raw emotions into actionable power. All right, some people look at opposites as, you know, they don't attract or they don't work together, but opposites actually complementary forces, transforming raw emotions into actionable power. You know, you may need to get angry so that you can truly stand your ground. Get angry. Okay? Release this hurt, because it has you so disassociated that you can't really see. It says you can and you will, but you can and you will see this shit. Okay? You've taken your power back, you know, and it's time for you to sit in the energy. It says, how do they respond to your pain? You know, do they say, okay, well, I'm going to put all my chips in on you. I'm going to bet on you. Or I love you so much, if it's a family member, that I'm going to truly look at myself, drop my ego, and hear you. Respect you as a human being. It says keep you on the back burner, and now, okay, you glowing up. This is the card of glow upperation, glow upturation. Okay, looking good, energy on fleek, you know. And these are people that kept you on the back burner, and now they want to tap in and be like, ooh. No, don't be like ooh now. When you had the chance, you passed up on it. You know what I'm saying? And the Shango card. Definitely black magic going on. So you can wear your evil eye. Make sure you sage self in your environment. Since they could have eased your pain but chose not to. Basically what I was just saying. When they could have chose you, they didn't. Even they still can, and they don't. And just like you're facing the challenge of releasing a good guy or whatever, that person may be a good person. It's just they got more love over here, but they don't want to punish this person that's maybe super in love with them to be with you or whatever. But baby, they need to make a decision. It says sit by or in water, or just esoterically or metaphysically speaking, water represents emotions. So you need to sit by, sit in your emotions again, to make sure you're not disassociated, that you're seeing things for what they are, and you get angry about this person putting you in an option position, no matter how, you know what I'm saying, nice or sweet. But they can no longer deny your greatness. They can no longer deny how deeply in love with you they are, how fucking fantastic you are, you know. And it's eating them up inside. Remember, you've taken your power back. Now I'm withering. It's eating them up inside, as long as you keep your boundaries as well. If you give them what they want, then, you know, it satiates that feeling of not putting you first. That's basically you saying, I don't deserve to be first, so I'm going to keep treating you that way. It says, need you to be afraid, so you will give your power away. Or need you to not get angry and step into step into position and hold them accountable. It says death is necessary transition. The release of this, or the death of maybe a certain aspect of your relationship, is necessary transition. It says let go of known worlds and reach for the unfamiliar. You may be used to giving in to this person, going back on, some things, not standing your ground. But it says it's liberating. It's unsettling, but liberating to let go of known roads and reach for the unfamiliar. But it's meant to be. You need to have faith. It says programmed unworthiness. Again, you need to become aware and alert to how much you feel that you're unworthy. And also to recognize when people do things to make you unworthy, no matter how bold or subtle that thing is. The subtle things are the most detrimental because they can go hidden. Okay, it says take time every day to visualize yourself having everything you desire. Is being second on the call list, or because maybe at your core, you know you that chick, that dude. You know you him, you know you her. So you need to visualize yourself having everything you desire as being that chick, that dude. And a third party, okay? That goes back to that unworthiness program, being programmed to feel unworthy, that inner child triggered. So this is a time for you to fight the fight that the child you couldn't. When you were younger, you couldn't fight this fight because you didn't have the knowledge. The frontal lobe wasn't fully developed. It doesn't fully develop until 25. But now you can. It has, and you can. Remember, it says you can and you will. You can and you will. Okay? Meant to lead. You can and you will. Okay? You got to take the lead in the situation. It's a spiritual gang attack, but they still can't defeat you. They got to get multiple things coming at you from different directions. But it's still not going to topple you. You have Archangel Michael, and you also have Shango, coming forward. But you got a huge spiritual team that fights for you. Okay? Breathing exercises can be very important. So that just reminded me to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath through breathing exercises and remember to stay lighthearted in this situation. When dealing with the good guy, thug boy, again, it may not be a blow up. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing big. It's just you recognizing, seeing things for what it is, not overlooking red flags, and acting accordingly. That's it. Gently laying down the boundaries. And, it says put yourself out there so that you can find new energy. Because this one don't want to act right. I ain't going to act right. I ain't going to accept accountability. It says don't say I want this or need that. That's a powerful message to the universe of a frequency lack. Powerful message to universe of frequency, that you have a frequency of lack. When you say I don't want this or I don't need that, you have to know that you already have it. And when you do, that's the divine law. And you will have it. You already have it. Okay? And so there's that stop and make excuses for her. And this could be a masculine person. And you saying stop and make it, making excuses for that person's lack of being in touch with their divine feminine energy and not being able to see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what they're doing. They're just acting blind to it. But it says you are awakening a new level of friends, new level of mature energy, mature friends that are emotionally intelligent, that won't put you in third-party situations. Love won't make you compete, They do not deserve the pedestal that you've put them on. Okay, these old people, they don't deserve the pedestal that you've put them on. You've outgrown them. We have the 6 months card. Maybe they'll grow in about 6 months. It says put yourself out there again, and the universe will see you through. Whatever it is, whatever you put yourself out there to do, the universe will see you through. And protect you. Make sure you learn what you need to learn. Make sure you're successful. You're going to be successful no matter what. Just putting yourself out there, you're successful, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because you're trying. But put yourself out there. We have that's not your story anymore, where you're afraid to put yourself out there, or when you've put yourself out there, you failed or whatever. That's not your story anymore. You have transformed. Okay, be patient as your body experience this transition from overlooking people who refuse to accept accountability. This situation is happening to you, not to you, but for you. For you to grow, for you to recognize that inner child that is crying out. Look at healthy boundaries. It's not happening to you, but for you, to reinforce your boundaries. Whole body breathing. Here we go again with the breathing exercise. Bottom of the deck, we have stop making excuses for why they didn't choose you. Stop making excuses for them. And when you stop making excuses for them, it forces them to look within themselves and ask themselves, why didn't they choose you? Because they're not going to have a good reason. Even if they choose you and you decide, oh, I don't want you no more or whatever, you need someone that has tapped into that reckless abandon. You know, not in a bad way, but saying, you know, be just ready to risk it all. But be okay if it don't work. Like, they ready to put themselves out there whether they win or not. That's why I was saying, like, if you put yourself out there, you winning already, because it takes courage, boldness, bravery, some things that a lot of people don't have. You know, you've put yourself out there for love before and it didn't work out for you, but you learned so much in the process. Okay. And so people who aren't ready to or willing to risk it all, they don't deserve you. They don't deserve you. Anchor yourself in what you know you deserve. You deserve somebody to risk it all for you, because you would do it for them, or maybe have done it for them, or others, or whatever. You deserve that same type of dedication. And that's just on period. So remember, you got planetary influences that are assisting you, helping you, protecting you, covering you, and helping you to continue to take back your power. The best is yet to come. Thank you. Next type of energy. If you're not going to give me what I need, what I deserve, then, you know, I'm going to compartmentalize you over here. Friend, strictly friends, not friends with benefits. If it's a family member, it's like, you know, we don't have to be disrespectful to each other, but I'm still gonna keep you at a distance. I'm gonna love you from a distance. You know, you're not gonna have the access to me as you once did. Things are there's gonna be definitely a wall up, a boundary up. You know, because you don't want to take accountability. Like, I can't. I'm allergic to people who can't take accountability. Allergic, okay? Because that's a lot of time wasted. A lot of time wasted. So, anyway, that's what I have for you, family. I'm going to end it right there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all, and until next time. Peace.